Gabriel both did our DTS in 2014, September 2014. It's a 6-month training program, training young leaders to go out and pursue their mission field, to pursue the heart of the Lord, and to be delving deep. Is delving a word? Anyways, delving deep into the heart of the Lord and what He's calling us to do as young people, because this generation is hungry. Do you guys feel that stirring this morning? Because I just want to agree with Greg and with just Keith, and there's an excitement this morning, and I feel like the Lord is really going to bring some kind of word that really is needed for this morning for some of the young people and the old people alike in here, because nobody's mission field is over, right? Until we die. So I joined staff at YWAM after my DTS, and Gabriel came back here. So I have been there in Richmond ever since that time when I went to school. So since that time, I've been worship coordinator, or you can call it a worship pastor. There's about 60 staff at the base in Richmond, and I oversee the worship team coordination, the worship events that we do in other churches, and then the day-to-day worship sets that we do at the base, which is every morning for about an hour or two. So that's what I've been doing, and also I just recently started doing DTS staff, which is Discipleship Training School. It's a school me and Gabriel entered into this thing with. It's how we got stuck. So basically our job is to pray for, minister with, and empower young people to go out and pursue their mission field. So wherever that is. So we're not a plug for YWAM. We're not like YWAM is the mission field. The church is blah, you know, the mission. How many know that the starving kids in Africa, there's just as much of a war over their spirits as there is the middle-aged man working in the cubicle next to you, right? There's just as much of a war. They're both equally in this fight together. And once we realize that the fight is not between flesh and blood, but against the principalities and the spiritual darkness, then we realize everywhere's a mission field. You can't step outside your door without being in a mission field, right? So my mission has been to raise these young people up. Teams from all over the world. We have people from Canada, from South America, South Korea. We had a student from Rwanda, which is in South Africa, Southern Africa. And they come here for 6 months and they learn about the fear of the Lord, about hearing the voice of the Lord, following His direction, breaking out of the mold of 18, leave the house, go to college, get a job, be successful, and then die, right? Those are good things. Those are good things, okay? Those are amazing things. Each person is called to their own thing, and God does not follow the script of the world, right? As that beautiful woman was saying before, the kingdom culture is a whole lot different than the culture we're living in today, right? And so we're raising up young people to live in the kingdom culture first, and then directly relate themselves into the culture that they need to live in today, because we can't avoid this culture, right? We're here. We can't leave. So I just want to share a verse. So that's what I'm doing. I've been doing missions. I've been to Brazil, Paraguay, Tanzania, Kenya, Japan, Philippines, and Germany. So the Lord just wants to take people places, and He wants to show them things. That's why during the DTS, we take young people to another culture, to another place, so that they can learn where their strengths and weaknesses are outside of their familiarity and outside of their comfort, right? So they want to learn what the voice of the Lord is doing in other nations, okay? And I could share hours on hours of what He's doing in the nations, but I can't do that right now. So, yeah, because I've got about a minute. So, what my plan is, I just want to tell you a little bit of what I'm doing, okay, really quick. So my dream and my vision is to continue seeing young people pursuing their visions and their callings and using their giftings in the right way to the workplace, right? And to the universities and to the mission field, right? Especially our heart in Richmond, Virginia is for the universities. I'm telling you, VCU is one of the most, what do you call that? It's one of the most internationally diverse universities in the world, and it's a 5-minute walk from our base. So we are ministering constantly to these college kids and saying, listen, that's not it. You don't just earn money and die. You've been called to an eternal purpose. You have a Father in heaven that's waiting for you to see this hunger, that He's waiting for you to just pursue and partake in your spirit, right? And I see some of you this morning that have that hunger inside of you, and you're waiting for something to spur you on. Well, I'll show you something right now. This can spur you on, right? I cannot show, I'm addicted to this thing, okay? I have a problem, right? I have a problem. I have a big problem. I'm addicted to this thing, right? The word has never been wrong. I've taken a lot of risks, a lot of steps of faith, a lot of stupid things. The word is always consistent. My opinion is not always consistent, right? Because in a million years, I want to stand with this, the eternal scripture, and not my opinion, right? So I'm going to be pursuing further missions. I'm down in Richmond. If you ask me when I'm coming back, I'm not going to, I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I'm going to be down in Richmond. We are totally non-profit. That means every single missionary that comes to Youth with a Mission is totally funded by external donations. Okay? So that's kind of what the organization kind of looks like, okay? I have a website. If you want to learn more, if you want to see pictures or look at my bio, go to the website, YWAMVA. Just go to my website, jadonfranklin.com, and that's all I have to say to you guys. Thank you for listening.